Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and Merry Christmas! I don't know if it's too early to say Merry Christmas, but I kind of want to say it. The reason why I'm here today is to do a final book haul. Okay, when I say final, I mean final because I am doing obviously my TBR reading from my shelves, but it's actually more of a challenge than I think I even anticipated. I might have to make a video of like a check-in, but I find it really hard to read physically and also to read physically the things that I've pulled off of my shelves. I mean, I'm still trying, but I just feel like really and truthfully I'm reading like one book a month off of my shelves, and it kind of feels like, well, what's the point in keep picking all of these TBRs if I'm not even reading them? I am currently trying to start a challenge in order to do that, but another thing that I'm probably going to start doing is the reading your shelves challenge, which means you're basically on a book buying ban until you can read a set amount of books. You set that yourself. So I might set it at 20 and then I can buy some books, and then maybe I'll do it again, because otherwise I feel like there's just not enough incentive for me to really crack on and read the books that I'm got on my shelves. So when I say final book haul, I really mean final. Like, I mean, I might get a couple books for Christmas maybe. This is going to be the final book haul for a long time actually, so we'll see. I mean, I'm not planning to do any of that until New Year, but as I said, I don't really anticipate getting a lot of new books. I've got a huge stack of books here. There actually wasn't that many. There was about, I want to say 10 to 15 since the last one. I wouldn't even say 15, maybe 10 books, and then I had something and I wanted to celebrate, and also it was like a motivational thing for me, like if I do something then I can treat myself, and I did in fact treat myself, and I bought like 15 books in one day. So it's okay, it's actually okay. I did have them in stacks so you could see like what I had gotten before, but now I don't. Also, I just want to say, I know, sorry, this is a long intro, but I also don't have all of the books that I've acquired with me right now. I know that Honey and Spice is already on my shelves up there. I can't be bothered to stand up and get it. That's by Bully Babalola. And what can I say about Honey and Spice? Honey and Spice is a romance book about kids in university. So not really kids, but kind of like a new adult age range. But yeah. And it's by Bully Babalola, who wrote Love in Colour, which I absolutely loved. I read it before I started a channel, so you might not know that, but I absolutely loved it. So I'm so excited. It's like really an anticipated read, but I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I don't know what I'm waiting for. The other book kind of relates to this book which I bought. So I bought both The Twyford Code and The Appeal by Janice Hallett. So if you don't know, this is kind of like a multimedia mystery, not series, I would say author, because they're not related, but they're both by the same author. And The Appeal, like loads of people have read it, loads of people have loved it, and then this was her next book. This one is more to do with like cracking a code about an author. I want to say like someone kind of like Enid Blyton, like a children's author, and I think she had like clues in her book, something about that, and it's like multimedia and you have to solve it kind of alongside the main people, whereas The Appeal is like literally like the case files almost of a mystery, and you're solving it along with the people in the book. Okay, so those are the first two books, I guess, or first three. Oh wait, pause, did I mention that all of these books are going to be relatively cheap? Yeah, I like to buy cheap books, so, and I actually think it adds more fun to me, like kind of like hunting down like book deals, you know. It's more fun to me than even just going to Waterstones and buying a book. I'm like, okay. Anyway, so The Twyford Code and Janice Hallett, I got these from the works. They weren't really that cheap. I saw The Appeal for £3 in a charity shop afterwards. I was vexed, but it's okay because these are brand new. So they were £6. I suppose it's reduced. Honey and Spice I bought full price from Amazon. Okay, I wanted it to arrive the next day, and what can I say? I wanted to give her my money. So I didn't even bother messing about with trying to find deals. Starting with the Christmas theme, we've got The Nightmare Before. Whoa, not The Nightmare. 'Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas. This is by Adam Kay. So that 'Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas. I got it for 50p at Scope charity. Love that. But basically it's by Adam Kay, who wrote This Is Going to Hurt. And I think there was a TV show on the BBC about it, and it was just like it was so successful's the word I'm looking for. It was very, very successful. And he's kind of like a comedian now. And yeah, this is his Christmas like little edition, and I think it's about Christmas in the NHS and in hospitals. But 50p, not bad. The other book, sorry, that I was referring to that I bought full price was Wearing My Mother's Heart. This is by Sophia Thacker, who, again, I read her poetry book, which I have up there actually. Someone Give This Heart a Pen, and I read it and I absolutely loved it. In fact, I read it twice, and I bought it for my cousin, and she now loves her too, and I've spoken to Tatty about it. I absolutely love Sophia Thacker. I feel a bit like I keep going on, but it's because I absolutely love it. And I don't know if I read that much poetry. Like, I do acknowledge that there are some poetry that I like I do like poetry, but I'm not like a universal poetry lover. Like, I'm not like someone who would say like, oh yeah, give me some poetry. Like, I feel like I've got very specific poetry taste, but her poetry, she does it for me. But yeah, I bought this full price because I was like, again, I want to give you my money, and also I want it to come the next day. So I feel like when I really appreciate the authors, then I invest. I like give them, do you know what I mean? To me, it's more like, I want you to receive money. Like, I don't know if that's twisted or whatever, but I just feel like all of these discounted books obviously means that it's going to discount along the line, which means it's going to be discounted money coming into the author as well. So, you know what I mean? That's why I got those full price. Anyway, back to just diving in. Another one from the works is The Kiss Quotient. This was £3, and basically what is it about? It's about this woman. She's highly intellectual, she's also autistic, and she decides that, oh my gosh, like, I feel really inexperienced when it comes to love, particularly sexual love. So she hires this guy. Is he an escort? Is that what they call themselves? I don't know what the lingo is. Anyway, she hires him to like teach her the ways of the world, you know. And yeah, I've read it before. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it before. It was like one of my favourite romances, to be honest with you. I've read it like, I want to say like 4 times or something crazy like that. I mean, the last time I read it, I didn't love it as much. But I think that's just because once you read something that many times in a short period of time, it starts to lose itself. So I've got it now though, so that I can reread it whenever I want to. Then £3 from the works again, we have Rubble Rose by Disney. This is again a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Beauty and the Beast is like my favourite Disney thing to be retold. Although, I don't know if other Disney things are retold that much. I mean, I know Beauty and the Beast doesn't originate with Disney, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I could be wrong. I know that there are some out there that exist for each of them. But like, Beauty and the Beast just is its own genre of fiction. Like, when you like Beauty and the Beast retellings, you know that there's just like hundreds. There's literally like, I don't know what it is about Beauty and the Beast. Okay, so this one, I am a bit tentative about this retelling though, because it's by Disney themselves, which maybe that's a bit prejudicial of me. But I don't know if I have high hopes. I got it because it was on sale for £2. So another romance that I got was The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. This came out this year. This is a 2022 release, and it's actually quite popular. And they spoke about it on Heart and the Dagger podcast, which is like my favorite podcast these days. I love them so much. Like, you definitely have to check out, like, if you love bookish podcasts, check out the Heart and the Dagger podcast because it's amazing. Now isn't the time to go into it, but I also heard them talking about this book as well. And so yeah, I don't really know what it's about, but I know it's like literary, if you can see them like holding the books. And I think it's something to do with like books and writers, you know, like the Romantics. Is that right? Yeah, I think it is right. And yeah, so we'll give this a go. Did I say how much it was? It was less than £5 from Amazon. Also from the works, I got The History of Magic, From Alchemy to Witchcraft, and From the Ice Age to the Present. Tell me why I keep buying witchy non-fiction. I actually don't quite understand it. I don't, because I've read 2 witchy non-fictions this year and I didn't really love either of them. I feel like it's because I feel like there is something in there that I'm really going to love. I haven't managed to pinpoint where in the witchy non-fiction I belong. I think this one could be for me because it's not like about modern witchcraft, even though it does talk about modern witchcraft, and it's not just about the thing. Like, I like how it's across history and seeing how it's evolved and how it's changed. I feel like that is more my kind of book. And also it's like not just about the persecution of witches, which is nice. I don't think I have read any of them that aren't focused on the persecution of witches yet. So that's good. I also want to say that this is £4, so yeah, cheap. Then we have Black London, which, as you can see from the cover, it's basically a map of London, but it focuses on all of the places in history, or there's art or culture that celebrates Black British people. So yeah, it breaks it down really into lots of different places. So there's a timeline in it. It's got like, it breaks it up into like central London, North London, South London, East London, and then it tells you a bit about each of the places, and it's like got like a pin map. I don't know how to describe it. Oh, there you go. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel like this is just a really good resource to have in my life, because obviously I'm from London, and I think it's really good actually to just have this and just keep this, and then hopefully, you know, when you're in an area or something, you can visit and acknowledge and find out more about the Black London experience. I believe this is the last one I got from Amazon actually, which is A Spoonful of Murder. Again, less than £5. I want to say less. I want to say like £3 maybe was A Spoonful of Murder. And this is the only one that I've read already, which yeah, woo, 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 woo. Look at me buying a book and reading it. No, but like, and I actually really enjoyed it as well. So basically, A Spoonful of Murder, what is it about? Have I been telling you what these books are about? I'm not 100% sure, but A Spoonful of Murder is basically follows these retired school teachers who meet at a cafe every Thursday, and they just catch up, and they just have, you know, it's just like, oh, it's nice to see you, and keep in touch with all of your friends and old colleagues. And then, talking about colleagues, one Thursday in walks an old colleague, and she's clearly not doing well. She's clearly, you know, she's starting to lose some of her faculties, and they're like, oh, this really shocks them, this really shakes them up. And then about less than a week later, she ends up dead, and then they have to solve if there's a mystery there, and do they have to solve it if there is one. And I actually really enjoyed it. I would say that this is most like the Thursday Murder Club book that I've read. Like, I've read quite a few mysteries, and people love to compare Elder Sleuth Cozy's mysteries to Richard Osman's Thursday Murder Club, and I guess they are kind of, but I would say that this to me so far is the closest in feel. Okay, so this is the stack of books that I just spoke about. Oh gosh, they're falling. So this is the stack of books that I just spoke about, and this is what I mean. These were all the books that I was collecting since the last vlog. Like, I was doing very well, not vlog, the last haul. I feel like I was doing well, but then I found a little library, and I was like, oh my god, there's a little library. So I did pick up a couple things from the little library. So the first thing was this classic short stories. I just feel like this would be good to add to my shelves, because number one, I feel like classics can be intimidating. I do actually really like reading classics, but I like reading them when they're short. Like, when they're short, I'm like, yeah, let me read them. When they're long, I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. So this, I feel like, will be a good addition to my shelves, and I can just pick it up and like read one and keep it pushing. Do you know what I mean? So I thought that was a really good book, and I don't think I really know about any of these either. So I was actually very intrigued to get that, and it was from the little free library, which is really good, because there's not very many little free library kind of things in London, I would say. Talking about short classics, again, bam, Animal Farm. Very small. I saw this. I definitely want to read Animal Farm, but I was just gonna like read the free ebook, but now I've got it, so that's great. I also picked up Ordinary People by Diana Evans, because I don't think I ever would have bought this, because I'm not exactly 100% sure it's my kind of book. But I'm really glad that I've got it. Now that I've got it, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going to give this a go. So I don't really know what it's about, but I think it's obviously about this man and this woman. But you see how this woman's walking with a man? That's, to me, I mean, I think this is a good cover. But to me, this immediately is like, Kimmy, this isn't a book for you. Because we've got the way that they're turning to each other looks like it's going to be like a second chance or missed opportunity kind of second chance love, which is not my favourite kind of genre. And then you see how she's walking with him. Yeah, walking with him. I don't like cheating. I don't like cheating in books. So I didn't realise up until now talking to you about why I have never felt drawn to this book, and this cover probably is the reason. But it's a great cover. let's look at the cover designer. I'm not actually sure who wrote the cover. Usually they include this information, but they just say color illustration, broken isn't bad. Oh, guys, look! On the back, you see he's also in it. Oh. I don't know if it's for me, but yeah, it says broken isn't bad. But yeah, I still want to try it. It's set in London as well, so that helps. Then we've got Anatomy of a Scandal, which there's a TV show about this, which is why I picked it up, because it's not usually my kind of genre, to be honest with you. It's not, but I figured, like, I feel like I might be in a mood for like a sort of machination-y kind of plot line, you know, when you're like, oh, I need that drama in my life. Don't know when that I'm ever gonna feel like that, but when I do, I've got this, and it's like a scandal that will rock Westminster. You're like, oh, do you know what I mean? Because yeah, so I'm excited. Well, I'm excited, but I'm like tentatively excited because I know I'm not always gonna want to read that. Hush hush. Talking about covers, I'm really sorry. This is not a good cover. This is horrible. This is a horrible... I mean, I do understand that, like, this hush is, like, meant to be, like, reflected. I don't know if you can see, but there's, like, water in the background and the bridge. So I do understand that they've tried to do that, but it's just not a good cover. I feel bad saying that. Let's give our caps, anyways, to... Who wrote this? Henry Steadman. You know, so that's for Henry Steadman, because he did his job anyway, and I'm happy for him, but... yeah, it's not for me. It's not my kind of cover. That's not what we're here about, though. What we're here about is what this is about. This, all I know, is about a killer and a DS Grace Allendale, and all clues lead to the local crime family. The steals aren't any family, they're Grace's family. To catch the killer, Grace will have to choose between her team and her blood. Again, I do like this sometimes. Like, I have, like, NYPD read by James Patterson on my shelf, because, like, sometimes I do just want like I don't have to think. I want a police procedural every now and then. So I picked it up, even though the cover was not great. Sorry, Henry. I'm really sorry. So that was everything I picked up from the free library. And then my sister, she's so sweet. She came home and she's like, Kemi, I saw this and I thought of you. And it's Moriarty, because I absolutely love Sherlock Holmes. I love Sherlock Holmes and all of its retellings. In fact, I actually think I love the retellings more than I love the original Sherlock, because of like all of the politically incorrect things that are in the original Sherlock. That really puts me off. But apart from that, I just love Sherlock so much. And so when she saw Moriarty by Anthony Horowitz, she was like, I thought of you. And I was like, you love me and I love you too. Like, it just was like, oh, she's so sweet. So yeah, that was also, I guess, free. I guess it was free for me too. So here's the stack of books that gosh, here we go. Ooh! Oh! Here's the stack of books. Hey! Okay, maybe that's more than 10. Oh wait, I lied to you lots. I just lied up my friggin' teeth. I've got 3 more. It was hiding. The Other Bennett Sister by Janice Haldo, or number Janice. But basically this is about Mary, the bookish, quiet kind of sister in Pride and Prejudice. So this is a Pride and Prejudice retelling, but not from the main character's point of view. Very popular. Loads of people love this. Another very popular book is 3 Hours by Rosamund Lupton. And I got this for 99p. I got this one for 99p too. And 3 Hours, this is basically about school shooting in the UK, which doesn't happen very often. And the whole book takes place over 3 hours, which is very intense and thrillery. And so yeah, I'm gonna give that a go. And then lastly, another very popular book is The Nothing Man by Catherine Ryan Howard. She's an Irish author, and basically the plot of this is I've bent it. Anyway, the plot of this is that it follows this girl who her family was killed by the Nothing Man. That's the name of the serial killer. And so she has written a book about her and her relationship with the Nothing Man, and it's split between that and the Nothing Man, like the actual serial killer reading it. Woo! Now we get into it. So when we start, do we start with prettiest cover? I feel like covers. Oh, prettiest cover is hard for me. I'm not going to start with prettiest cover. I'm going to start with, but we could talk about, I'm not going to start with the prettiest cover, but it does have a pretty cover, and that is Jacqueline Wilson and Rose Rivers. I used to read Jacqueline Wilson when I was a child from the library. I used to read them. And yeah, I saw this for £1.75 and I was like, go on, why not? Read to Jacqueline Wilson again. I just think, like, oh, I don't know. It's just very nostalgic for me, this book. Even though I've never actually read Rose Rivers. It's a Hetty Feathertail, Victorian era. Oh, her name is Rose Rivers. There we go. I don't know. It's just Jacqueline. Onto the classic of the group. We've got Christmas carols and other Christmas writing for £2.50. Now, I got all of these from the charity shop, by the way. All of the ones I'm about to talk about. When I went crazy to like 3 different charity shops. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the point. Christmas carol and other retellings. You'll see the relevance of this soon enough. But I bought it too late anyway. That makes no sense to you guys, but it makes sense to me. But also it's got other Christmas writings. And I don't know, I feel like I don't really know of many other classic Christmas stories apart from A Christmas Carol. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. The 7 Poor Travellers. Don't know about that. So I thought that'd be really interesting. And, you know, you can keep it and every Christmas maybe bring it out. Read a short Christmas tale. Onto the hardcovers, and a hardcover that kind of looks oldie worldy is the 13th tale, and it looks oldie worldy because it's got like deckled edges and the cover, and also like, hold on, when you take off, oh, look at the end pages and look at that. Like, I'm so sorry, I just feel like this is a very well done book. Like, it's very cohesive, like all of the different things from the deckled edges to the cover, even though the cover isn't really that like genius to me, it's just books. But anyway, I mean, I suppose it's like tied into like the 13th tale, and even the color scheme and the gold and then the brown on the back and then the brown thing. I just feel like it's a very artfully done and carefully thought about book, if that makes sense. Let's see, should we find who designed it again? I don't know why I've now suddenly decided to be obsessed with that, but jacket design is by Honey Werner. So I guess Honey Werner designed this, the jacket design. But I also want to know like who designed the actual hardcover, like this part in the end pages. I don't know. Will we find that information? Oh, it says designed by Jamie Paturi. Okay, girls. I'm even more happy. I'm even happier because they work together. I mean, I said girls. I do not know what their pronouns are or anything. I'm so sorry, but these two people, guys, girls, as like a overall group collective term, I'm really proud of them because they really work well together. Anyway, the 13th tale is about an author who, she never really told her story. I think she like lies in interviews. When people ask her stuff, she just out and out lies so everyone knows she's a liar. Eventually someone comes to write her story, and she's like a very famous author, like, I don't know, like James Patterson or Jacqueline Wilson or Enid Blyton. We've spoken about a lot of famous authors today. Or Charles Dickens. Famous people, sorry, I just kicked you, but famous people and hardcovers. Bam! I'm just loving the transitioning I'm doing today. I feel like I need to stop kicking you. I feel like I'm doing well. Anyway, this is Reese Witherspoon's book, Whiskey in a Teacup. Did I need this book? Absolutely not. You know when you're looking at a book and you're like, you do not need this. But I really like Reese Witherspoon. I really do. I really like her. And there was a section in here where she's talking about like what to do for a book club. And I was like, oh, and that was the clincher for me. It's just a really pretty book. I mean, look at the end pages. Oh, it's just like American hospitality giving, you know? And there's pictures. There's lots of pictures of, look at her. I don't know. I feel like it's a mix between like some stories in here, but then also some advice and also some recipes. I don't know. I feel like I might have a flick through one day for Reese. Me and Reese together. Something else that has lots of pictures. It's out of nothing. I'm having too much fun creating links between these books. I'm so sorry. But this is a graphic novel with pictures that you flick through. Like so. And basically, I think it's just like following like the history of the worlds. But it's a graphic novel and I think there is a story or something. I don't know. There's a lot of text for the history of the world if you ask me. But I don't know. It was a graphic novel. This was kind of relatively expensive. It was £4.25. So was Reese's book. Reese's book was £5. 5 Great British pounds. I was like, are you taking the actual mic? Are you taking the actual mic? You're fleecing me blind. But it was okay. It was okay. So they're not actually expensive. That's why it's okay. It's just like they were expensive in the grand scheme of charity shop buying. Especially in this era of cost of living crisis and high prices. But moving on, we have got How High We Go in the Dark. And I don't know, sorry, this book was on, I'm pretty sure is on the Goodreads nominees, which is why I picked it up. Okay, it was £4.25 as well. But again, it was a Goodreads nominee, so fine, whatever. And also, it's giving to charity. I would rather give my money to charity than wait for Amazon to do a sale and it be cheap there, you know? Anyway, How High We Go in the Dark, what is this about? I don't know. I actually have no bloody clue. Someone's in the Arctic Circle there's a virus, there's a plague, there's a comedian in the new normal for terminally ill children, a pig. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's kind of pandemic-y actually, which I don't know when I'm gonna want to read that. But it's okay. I like this cover though. I like this cover. I'm not gonna look up the cover designer. I feel like this eludes like mystery. It's kind of like a mysterious cover, and so therefore we will mysteriously not know who designed the cover. I'm sorry if I broke your heart with that. I didn't mean to break your heart. Maybe you need some help with that. Or breaking up in a relationship. And for that we have How to Get Over a Boy by, her name is kind of coming off, so I won't tell you. It's £3.50 though, and yes, did I just buy this for the aesthetics? Shh. Come on now. Also, this may become relevant in my future, so why not have it now? And also, I couldn't, because there was the second one as well. What a Time to Be Alone. I think this one, I mean, I'm currently alone, so maybe this will be helpful more now. Also, I've just seen good things about this author, and I wanted to have this author's stuff on my shelves. So when I saw these two things, I literally snatched it up, and the guy at the charity shop was like, we literally just put these out earlier on today, and I was like, give them to me. I think also How High We Go in the Dark was literally only put out, and so was this one. Like, he was literally like, oh my god, like, I literally just finished putting them out, and I was like, well, and then I came. Talking about coming. No, I'm joking. Or am I? Let me see if I can find a romance. Oh, I don't have a romance. That would have been really good. But anyway, we do have this, which is Frankenstein. Frankenstein. I don't know. Anyway, this is by Jeanette Winterson. It was £2.50. And this is kind of like futuristic, like it's set in the future. I think there's like sex dolls that everyone is, oh, maybe this was relevant to coming. Anyway, sorry. This is getting awkwardly graphic. Yeah, it says like there's a new generation of sex dolls for lonely men everywhere. And I think it's kind of like that. What happens when Homo sapiens is no longer the smartest being on the planet, kind of like Frankenstein, and having a look at that, but more of a modern age era sort of thing. Like, rather than grave robbing and like putting together pieces of a dead body, we are creating artificial intelligence in sex dolls, which is kind of sad. That could bring you to tears, along with 1,000 Ships, which was £2.50. And it's a retelling of the Iliads, I believe, about the Trojan War, but it's from the women's perspective. It's by Natalie Haynes. I absolutely love Natalie Haynes because I read this book and I loved it. Well, actually, I read Pandora's Jar first, and then I read this one, and I loved them both. Gave them both 5 stars. It was amazing. So when I saw it, I was like, yes, I definitely need you on my shelves because I want to reread it. Eventually. Not soon, but I want to read it eventually. So yeah. Guys, I'm sad because I don't have a good transition. We're just going to have to move on to Skywakes, which by Mer Lafferty, which is £2.50. And this cover, let's get into it. Also, look how floppy this, oh, you can't even see. Oh, this is just like, oh. I mean, I suppose in the UK, our paperbacks are more like this. Oh, is that a sneak peek for what's to come? And fine, I'll give you the Nothing Man. Like, they're more like, whereas this is like, I don't think you can tell. I don't even think, look, they're not, this is bigger, it's wider, it's more floppy. Just trust me. Look, this book does not make that sound. Or, okay, well, it kind of does, but just trust me, that's different. Anyway, this is a sci-fi, but I think it's a sci-fi horror. It says a lone ship, a murdered crew, and a clone who must find her own killer before they strike again. Dun dun dun! Excited to read it. Let's come back down to earth with women who kill instead. Which is 4 Crimes Retold. This is a translated work. I got it for £2.50. I was so excited. Basically, this dives into 4 women, Chilean women actually, and I think it's true crime, critical essay, and research diary all intertwined, and it's a study in so-called deviant women. Very exciting. And also it was translated and it was about Chilean women, and I thought, I don't think I have anything on my shelves from that perspective, so I snatched it up very eagerly. Another perspective that I'm missing is Other People's Clothing, which is a German book, and it was also £2.50. It's about these 2 women who are renting an apartment, but then their landlord is like a writer, and then they think that, oh wait, are they writing about our lives? That was really badly done, I'm so sorry. But yeah, look, here we go. Suspecting their landlady of using their lives for her next novel, they decide to beat her at her own game, hosting wild parties that quickly gain notoriety. Very exciting. What do you think of this cover? Let me know what you think, guys. I feel like I should have planned the weaving, because now I have 3 books that aren't connected apart from sibilants. Like, there's S's in all of these titles. The first one with the least amount of S's, or like it is the least amount of sibilants, is Guns and Germs and Steel, but you can still kind of hear it. Anyway, so this is a non-fiction, a short history of everybody for the last 13,000 years. And it answers like why history unfolded so differently on different continents. When I was in uni though, we did a course, and the guy, the lecturer, wow, come on Kemi, he like started a thing about Guns and Germs and Steel, but we didn't really get into it that much. And yeah, but it really intrigued me and I want to know more. So when I saw this again, I snatched it up. How much was it? It was £2.50. Next S is The Confessions of a Sociopath, which I snatched this up so much. Again, I've wanted this since it came out. Like, since it came out, I've been wanting to get it, but I wanted it as an audiobook. But I'm not going to leave it on the shelves when I saw it in the charity shop. Confessions of a Sociopath is basically about this person. This isn't an actual person's name. This is a, what's it called? A pen name? That wasn't the word that I was going to use, but it works. She's anonymous, and she's a sociopath, and she just talks about her life and people's misconceptions and where people are probably right about sociopaths. And yeah, I mean, I know I have the psychopath test, but this is actually the better book. Read this book better. Sorry, I shouldn't be nasty because I haven't actually read that one yet. Ending on the most sibilancy. You know, my English language is not great, but yeah, The Secret Santa. Get into it. And yeah, it's Christmas. It's Christmassy and it's a nursery. It's what I want to read. It says, a lavish party, an isolated mansion, 2 hosts who will do anything to keep their secrets. Ta ta ta. So excited. So excited. It was £2.50. It's Christmassy. What more could a gal want? And that's it. That's everything. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 books. So basically, in one day, I bought the same amount of books as I bought in however many months. Let's not talk about it. But yeah, the man, do you know what the man said to me? Do you know what the man said to me at the charity shop where because I bought like 11 of these at one charity shop? And he was like, oh, I would say, like, do you want to, like, give to charity, like, gift aid, or, no, not gift aid, do you just want to, like, give to charity? And it's like, but I won't ask you since you bought so much. I was like, wow. Didn't mean to get called out like that, but I guess I'll just put it down to charitable giving. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, like, final book. I'm being dramatic. I'm being so dramatic, but it's okay. Just accept the drama. Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. But yeah, I hope you enjoy my final book haul. It better be final. I keep banging on about it because it better be final. I can't keep acquiring books at this pace. I can't. So yeah, I'll speak to you guys later then. I have nothing else to say. Hopefully, we'll see how Vlogmas is doing. And hopefully then I'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys.